line is one of the most quotable in movie history. Here's James Luxford. He is a film critic for the Radio Times and Metro with his take on the film.
The Italian Job was very much a British invention. It had a British star, it had British sensibilities, it had all British cast, people like Benny Hill, Noel Coward. It was quintessentially British, but had the sensibilities of a Hollywood blockbuster. It was fun, it was exciting, and I think really brought into a sense of nostalgia that was kind of, I imagine, brewing at the time with things like just 3 years earlier England winning the World Cup. So I think a bit of national pride fed into it, and just being an incredibly good film made in Britain.
What role do you think the Mini, the iconic British Mini car, played in all that?
Well, I think it was actually a character within itself, a representation of Britain. I know the production insisted on using Minis as they were seen as a very British car, and central to this idea of a British gang pulling off a heist in another country in British-made cars in red, white and blue. That gang mentality, and a Mini was part of the gang. And this is actually despite Italian car company Fiat being incredibly keen to be the car used in the film.
Is it true, James, that Michael Caine is only ever seen in the passenger seat of a Mini?
It's incredible to believe, considering he's so inextricably linked to a car-heavy film. But Michael Caine actually couldn't drive when he made the film. And he couldn't actually drive until, I believe, he moved to Los Angeles. And then he learned how to drive pretty much later in life. But yes, he couldn't drive. He's seen getting into a car and getting out of a car early on in the film, but he's never seen driving because he couldn't. And during the famous race, he's always seen in the passenger seat.
Thank you very much to James Luxford, and also to Richard Daredevil Dick Shepherd, the world's most prolific auto stuntman, there talking about the iconic film The Italian Job.